Is email sucking your soul? Email is probably the #1 time suck of most busy people. In this video, I'm going to show you 20 quick tips so that you don't have to spend so much time in email and you can spend more time on the important things, or just take more time off and hopefully get that inbox to 0. I used to spend hours a day in email and it sucked so much time and energy, and I knew I had to make a change. So over time, I've put 20 things in place that I'm going to share with you today that has completely changed the game for me when it comes to managing my email. While all these things are great, number 15 and number 20 were absolute game changers for me. Honestly, I really wish someone would have taught me these things years ago, because email has probably cost me millions and millions of dollars. Hi, I'm Tony Javier, founder of multiple successful businesses, including an Inc. 5000 rated real estate investment company. And I make these videos to show entrepreneurs and executives how to dramatically increase their income while working less. These same things that I've learned to run my companies in just a few hours a week. My companies do millions and millions of dollars a year, and a lot of it without me. I now teach others how to make way more money in way less time. I'm lucky to say I only have to spend a few hours a week in my businesses, and if I can do that, I bet you can accomplish what you are doing in 20 hours or less. So if you want to come along this journey to making way more money and working way less hours, hit the like and subscribe button, because I'm going to share some videos in the future that are going to help you double your income in half the time. So let's jump in and conquer email together. So number 1, set specific times to check your email. First of all, I try not to check email until at least 9 or 10 a.m. So if I can check it once in the morning just to see if there's anything important in there and get some things done that I need to, and then once in the afternoon, that to me is ideal. The problem is, if you don't do this, you are going to go in your email way too often. And what happens? You get dozens of emails that are going to distract you. So make sure you set 2 to 3 times a day that you're going to check email, and don't check email until you do that. It's interesting, when I go on vacation for a week, I check email about 2 or 3 times a week. And I love vacation because it makes me realize that I can get through most of my emails by checking them 2 to 3 times a week. And I think the reason for this is that it's chunking them together. So instead of spending 10 minutes every once in a while on my email, I'm spending 30 minutes to an hour just clearing a bunch of stuff out and getting a bunch of things responded to. And you know what? If you give it enough time, those things that people email you about, they are already going to figure out. So number 2, use folders or labels. This one's pretty simple, but let me give you an example. Every time I get an email for my house, I put a label for my house. So if I ever have to look at estimates or anything about my house, I just go to that folder, I can scroll down and find it very quickly. This is very simple, but very effective. And if you get similar emails consistently, you can actually program your inbox to automatically put in that folder when you get an email from somebody, or when a subject line says something or something in the body of the email. Number 3, unsubscribe ruthlessly. There are so many junk mails that we get every single day. Instead of archiving them, unsubscribe. Every once in a while, when we have to fire an employee when they leave, I'll go in their inbox and I see a ton of things they're getting junk mail for that they haven't unsubscribed from. And it may not seem like a big deal archiving 3, 5, 10, 15 emails in a day. It really adds up. So go through your email and unsubscribe from everything that you don't read and that you don't need. Number 4, I kind of mentioned this a little bit, is use filters and rules. You can actually program your inbox to do things with emails without you having to do them. Things like labeling them, putting them into folders, and I even have emails that automatically archive and forward to a team member of mine, so I don't have to deal with them. And later, I'm going to share with you a tool that will do this for you automatically. Super cool. Number 5, keep your emails short and clear. When people get my emails, they probably wonder if I'm upset, because I'm very quick and I'm very short with my emails. So I don't do long explanations. It's a yes, it's a no, or here's exactly what it is. In fact, when I get long emails, I actually am less likely to respond, and sometimes I get confused. You know what they say, confused minds don't act. In fact, I told my team recently, when they send me an email that they've completed something and it's something I don't need to respond to, I don't even respond to it. I just archive the email. And number 6, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is good stuff, right? I have some great videos planned that are going to absolutely change the game for you, to help you, again, to make way more money and work way less time. If it takes less than 2 minutes, just do it. Instead of archiving it, instead of waiting till later, instead of leaving it in your inbox, just do it. Some things take a short amount of time that we procrastinate on, and it stays in our inbox and stays in our mind. Number 7, delegate as much as you can. If you see an email come across that somebody else on your team can do, just forward it to them and get it out of your inbox. There are so many things that we do that we don't have to, that if you just quickly send it to a team member, especially if their time is worth less than yours, which it most likely is, and they can move it forward. It gets it off your plate and gets it to somebody else that takes ownership in it. Number 8, turn off your email notifications. I don't understand why people get notified of their emails. If I had my email notifications turned on, I would probably not get much done. I've been on many Zoom calls where I hear people's phone dinging, I hear their computer dinging, and I ask them, what is that? And they say email notifications. Stop this, please. You shouldn't know about your emails except for the 2 or 3 times that you go in your inbox and check them. Number 9, archive aggressively. If something doesn't need to be in your inbox, archive it. In fact, yesterday I caught myself, I had about 20 emails in my inbox that were just sitting there waiting for me to do something. And I realized that if they were sitting there for that long, that I just needed to archive them. There was actually one time I actually archived about 40 emails in my inbox. And I panicked for a minute, and then I realized to myself, you know what? If something was that important, people are gonna email me again. And guess what? Nobody emailed me. In fact, I don't even remember if I received an email from anybody that I didn't respond to. Number 10, take your emails and put them into a task manager. There's tools like Trello that you can automatically put emails into a Trello board, which is a task management system. Another thing I love to do is I love to use WhatsApp. Instead of responding to them by email, I will actually send them a WhatsApp voicemail. It's way faster than typing, and it takes things out of my email inbox into another program that is much quicker and easier to respond to. Remember, your email is not a to-do list. Number 11, create templates. I have a Mac, so I actually have shortcuts where if I type a few letters, it responds in a certain way. So sounds good is SG. Thank you exclamation point is THH. My Zoom link is ZZ. My email is TT. These are quick, easy shortcuts that you can use in your email to save you tons of time. So if you find yourself responding to things over and over the same way or similar ways, create shortcuts or canned responses. Number 12, use priority inbox. This is mainly a Gmail feature that may be used in other email inboxes, but you can use priority inbox to prioritize things that are important. I'm not gonna dive deep into this. I'll let you go check it out and use it. Just go into your settings in Gmail and you'll be able to find it. Number 3, set clear subject lines. Have you ever gone to an email multiple times and not realized what that email was? Send an email line clearly what it is. So for instance, when I used to do sales and I would sign a client up for TV commercials, I would email my media team. I'd put the name of the client, what their budget is, and what market they're in. So that way, if I ever had to find them again, or I've had questions what their budget was, or have to remember where they are, it's all in the subject line. In fact, when I send this to my video editor, I will put the title of the video, I will tell them exactly what needs to be done, and it's in the title. Number 14, limit recipients. Only copy in the people that need to be copied in. But also, you can use the BCC feature, which is blind carbon copy, for people that need to know, but don't need to be copied into every single response. Use it as a communication tool. If you use it for everything, you're gonna find yourself in email and get lost, especially when you start seeing those emails come in. Because you know what? Once you get a few emails done, a few more are gonna come in. So you don't wanna be in email all the time. 15, I kind of touched this on already, but don't use email for everything. Don't use this as your task manager. Don't use this as your to-do list. Use it as a communication tool. If you use it for everything, you're gonna find yourself in email and get lost, especially when you start seeing those emails come in. Because you know what? Once you get a few emails done, a few more are gonna come in. So you don't wanna be in email all the time. Number 16, the snooze feature. You used to have an app called Boomerang, but now Gmail and I believe other email providers have a feature where you can snooze your emails to another time. In fact, there's times where I know that I need to check my email and do certain things. So what I will do is I will, instead of leaving something in my inbox to check later, I will snooze it for the day and time then I know that I'm going to be doing that task. So go check out the snooze feature. I promise you it's a game changer. Number 17, if you don't use priority inbox, or even if you do, you can flag or star important emails. That way, when you're in your email, you can look for those first and get to those first because they are the most important. Number 18, set up an action folder. These are things that you know that you need to take action on. So if it's something that you're going to do later and something that's important, you do have your priority inbox, you do have your flags, but you can also create an action folder. So if you want to go into that folder and just start tackling action items, you can do that. Number 19, use schedule send. So if there's something you know you need to send out a certain day and time, rather than going back into your email and sending it that day and time, you can compose an email, and instead of sending it right away, you can tell your email when to send it, the day and time. Again, this gets it out of your inbox, it gets it out of your head, and it basically gets it done even though it's going to send it later. Last but not least, number 20, regularly declutter your inbox. This is like spring cleaning or cleaning your house. Once a week, or at the very least once a month, set a time to archive, delete, and reorganize your emails. If you go into your email inbox and there's dozens or hundreds of emails, and I've actually seen one of my team members that had over 1,000 emails, and now I make them show me their email inbox every once in a while just to keep them accountable. This will create distraction, even if you think it doesn't. If you go into your inbox and you have 5 emails, think about how more clear you can think as opposed to having hundreds of emails. So I hope you use these tips to conquer your inbox. It can be one of the biggest wastes of time for most people, but email could also be effective if you do it properly. So if you really want to make more money in less time and come along that journey with me, please hit the like and subscribe button and share this with someone that you think could use it too. If you like this video and really want to save time and make more money, check out this next video.